brown-eyed actress singing blue-eyed.
Hey, I'm Stephen Kellogg, and I am a rock and roll musician who's been on the road for about 13 years now. Rock and roll with a lot of lyrics, I like to call it. I also happen to be a father of 4 daughters, 8 and under, keeping it wild. Well, the thing about being a dad and a traveling musician is that, like a lot of people, you know, you're not home as much as you'd like to be, and you're not physically there for your kids. That's taken a lot of getting used to and a lot of sorting through and making your peace with it, because it's how you make a living, it's how you take care of them. But like so many dads, they come to me and they're like, why do you have to leave? Why do you have to work? And it used to undo me for years. I just, I was so upset and felt so guilty. But I think you do have to make your peace with it, because you're also setting an example for what it is that for showing your kids what you hope they'll do. Follow your dreams. Follow your calling. Don't not do it just because it's hard, And I hope anyway that does my children in good stead, and I've worked out a lot of little ways along the way to survive it and feel at peace with it. One thing I do to stay connected to my kids is when I'm away, almost every city I get postcards. And I send them these postcards, and sort of the running joke with my wife is that when they're in therapy, when they're older, they'll at least have this shoebox full of proof that I was trying, But it has me writing to them a lot. It's a constant flow of something coming in so they know they're being thought of. That's one thing we do. Obviously, Skype and stuff like that has kind of changed things, because you can hang in the room with them for a little bit at night or read them a story, something like that. And then from my point of view, like, I fly home every chance I get, even if it's just for a day, just to be with them. And that's hard. It's hard to leave again. And sometimes it kills your pocketbook. But the money, I just don't think I'm going to be thinking about the money when I'm at the end of my life, but I will be thinking about how much, was I able to be with them. The things they do for me, it just depends on what day I catch them. Sometimes I come home and there's "welcome home, Daddy," and everything. Occasionally I call up and my wife's like, "Daddy's on the phone," and I hear them all groaning in the background, and I'm like, oh my God, they've completely forgotten me here. But, they're kids, and sometimes they're in the middle of a game, and it's just like they don't want to be interrupted. And I suppose that's good that they're not sitting around lamenting my absence, much as I want to be well thought of or whatever, so.
The way she held my hand and then gave me a faint little smile, like she knew that I might be gone for a while. And if you're looking for advice, my dear, I have nothing to say. I am always at a loss for words when you look at me that way. But the bruises keep the breaks at bay. Father's Day, and the flowers, they did bloom on the day that you were born. Well, they're like diamonds glittering all across all my shores. And if you're looking for advice, my dear, I have nothing to say. I am always at a loss for words when you look at me that way. But the bruises keep the breaks at bay. On Father's Day, better than me, 'cause days that get messed up, and there'll be places that you may not get enough, and some memories you wish you never had. But what won't kill you makes you stronger, and you just tell them you got that from your dad. And if you're looking for advice, my dear, I have nothing to say. I am Louise and lost for words when you look at me that way. And I'll always, always love you, no matter what you do. When you're growing up without me, I will always be with you. Must be something in the way that I was raised, and the bruises that keep the breaks at bay. Yeah, the bruises keep the breaks at bay on Father's Day.
Father's Day is a song I wrote about my kids. I had just had my first daughter, and again, like a lot of dads, you're just taking stock of the kind of dad you hope you'll be, what you hope you can pass on to your kids, and you're also faced with a lot of responsibility. It's kind of massively overwhelming when you think about like what you're up for, and I just had this feeling of like, I just knew I was going to make a lot of mistakes, and I was going to get things wrong, and I probably wouldn't give them enough, you know. And then I've been on the road so long, I get moved just thinking about it. But so that's where Father's Day came from. Was just like, I just thought, well, maybe if I can write this down in a tune, I can at least let them know, like, you know, that I love them and I'm making an effort, and I want the best for them, and I'll do my best, and someday, many moons from now, maybe they'll understand that I was trying 100%, you know. I mean, performing the songs, you know, when I'm away from them, I'm fortunate in that I have some sort of outlet for that. A lot of dads get up in the morning and they have to go to work, and they maybe catch their kids for an hour when they're home, and they feel that too, you know. They feel that in the cracks, like they know that they're missing some exciting things. And they don't have an outlet for it. And we've all had that annoying friend who talks too much about their kids, you know. I think I'm probably that guy to some people, you know. So you're conscious of it. And I feel fortunate that I'm a songwriter, so I can kind of stand up there and I can sing these songs and get to at least, like, get it out a little bit, you know. Because it's an obsession, you know. I mean, you just it's on your mind. So mainly I just feel grateful that I get to sing about it and feel that, and the audience, I think, can receive that or not, but usually they do, you know, that they get the vibe of what you're feeling inside, you know.
Brown-eyed actress singing Blue Eyes, first one born, and a big surprise. If there's one thing that I've learned, it's that you gotta tell the truth. 'Cause when you're lying, it's so easy to see through. Now some folks might tell you that you just don't have it. Well, I've heard it all before, and I don't know what it is. Every dog that comes along is gonna have his day, but you can't worry about the things that people say. And I watch you grow, watch you grow, watch you grow. You should know, you should know, you should know. When I go, when I go, when I go, that you will always have your family. remember things like that time I heard you said you saw me in the sky. I had no reason to think that you would lie. It's nice to know the worth of work before the well runs dry. So don't waste away you see the stars on just any old guy. And I watch you grow, watch you grow, watch you grow. You should know, you should know, you should know. When I go, when I go, when I go, that the highlight of my life was to watch you grow. And then I watch you grow, I watch you grow, I watch you grow. You should know, honey, honey, know. When I go, when I go, when I go, you will always have your family. You will always have your family. Last one, you will always have your family.
Watch You Grow is one of those songs that I wrote to my kids. I'm literally just singing to my kids. It was just this realization that I had that for any success I might have in my life, probably the best thing I'm ever going to do is bring them into the world and be a part of raising them up. You know, like that's what's going to live on probably much longer than my songs will. Realizing that, you know, I kind of, it's really a song from a parent to a child. Just, you know, it's not the first song about that. It won't be the last, but it's my song, you know? So it's exactly what I felt about it. And I think the crux of the song is that line late in the song where it says, the highlight of my life was to watch you grow, you know? I do play the songs a lot at home, you know, and especially the songs to them. You know, there's a song for each of my daughters: Sweet Sophia, and Oh Adeline, Noel, Noel, and most recently Greta Girl. And so I have those, and they do request. The kids will request them when we're hanging out. Like, all right, and you can't play one and not play all four, you know. And Watch You Grow kind of fits in with that batch, like, oh, now let's hear that one, you know? So they get that these songs were letters to them. When I play them live, I mean, I'm not interested in alienating everybody and saying, come pay for a concert ticket to hear me just do this. But there's something about that resonates, I think, on a wider scale, that you're singing about love, you know? That's all it really is about. And so even if you don't, you know, it's just like you can understand how it feels to watch someone grow. It doesn't have to be your own kid, or to watch your puppy grow. You know, whatever it is, it's just this sounds real rock and roll right now as I'm talking. I'm like, puppies and children and babies. But hey, this is the Dad Collective, you know, we're allowed to talk like this. So when I'm singing it to strangers, it never feels like, I don't feel like, you know, I don't feel like oh, this is total dad rock. It just feels like, you know, good bouncy music, you know. As I've gone on as an artist, because I started this and I wasn't even married when I signed my first record deal. So my history, you know, it's changed a lot as I've sort of grown into this role of dad and husband, and, you know. But I will say that I feel like I found my voice much more in the later years. These things moved me in a way that in the beginning I was writing songs. I knew I liked writing songs, but I didn't really know what I was writing songs for. I was writing songs so that people would dig me and to make money so I could pay my bills, you know? But now I do feel like I have something I'm really passionate about, and so it's fused together and made the second half of my career more interesting. It's like, you know, like it's a worldview. It's like a way of being. So I try not to shy away from it, you know. I had this grand vision at the beginning of my career that I wouldn't talk about my kids and I would protect them, and like I wouldn't make a big deal of it. And that is like, I could not be further from that, and I don't think anybody comes out of my concert without knowing, like, that guy's a family man. So it doesn't work for everybody. Some people are like, you know, it's not what they want to do when they go out to a rock concert. But for other people, being unapologetically that way, I think it works, you know.
Bruises keep the breaks at bay on Father's Day.